Before we get to the Hag, we have to deal with the Redcaps that she'll sick on you once you reveal her true form, and for the most part, these guys aren't too bad, especially if you're like me and you're already level 5, but the main thing that you have to worry about is the Redcap Sages who cast Bloodlust on the other Redcaps, and that allows them to attack 3 times, and anytime they kill someone, they get healed. So you want to watch out for being in their melee range, and also the sages can cast Hold Person just to make that even worse. So try to avoid that, stay at a range. Usually what I'll do is stay in the mouth of the cabin area and then cast Spike Growth for them to just sort of wander into it. But that didn't work for some reason this time. I don't know why. I've had that happen before, where all of the red caps are engaged in this battle, but for some reason only one of them dying ends the fight entirely, and you don't have to fight the rest. The combat just ends, and then you have to go seek them out. I don't know why that is, but that has happened here, so now I'm only fighting 3 instead of 1, but we take care of them swiftly. And now we move on to the Hag, and the difference between Honor Mode and regular is that her legendary action allows her to cast more copies of herself when you use spells. So you want to use spells as little as possible, and I actually don't really take this advice. I F up a couple times and end up using a couple spells with Shadowheart, I think, which ends up prolonging this fight, and it was in the bag from the beginning. It was never in doubt, but just because she spawns more clones, we end up having to kill more. I end up getting some really, really clutch blinds with this Dire Raven. One later on in the fight where I have double disadvantage, or just regular disadvantage, I guess. And I get the blind off, and it's really helpful since her armor class is so high. But also I noticed that if, at least this happened at least once, where if the Hag is blinded, then that remains for her, but not her copies, so that's a way to distinguish her from the rest. As far as Mayrina goes, I didn't even try to save her, I'll be honest. She wasn't a priority here, and I don't really find that there's any reason to do so. You can attack the Hag in Act 3 again if you really want to kill her. You don't have to save Mayrina to encounter the Hag later on, and in fact we're going to be sparing her since we want the +1 item that she'll give you to any one of your ability scores. I don't like that you have to decide which one you want as soon as you defeat her. I wish you could just decide, you know, when you have the item, you just have multiple choice. If I changed my mind, if I didn't want it to be strength, I could make it dex. But you have to pick it ahead of time. And so we're just going to let Mayrina die here, and again, it's pretty straightforward. If she doesn't have her clones about, and so you're not casting spells, it's very straightforward. Just fight her like you would any other boss, and keep your health up, put any kind of status effects you can find, outclass them in the action economy, and you will eventually win. Being level 5 helps. I usually don't bother fighting her unless I'm at least level 5, just in case. And that's that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.